Hey everybody, I'm James. I started this channel because one day I woke up and realized I was 43 but felt like I was 83. Every day my body could do one less thing than it could do the day before. So if you're like me and you've had enough, then put on your shoes and welcome to Getting Stronger.
Hey, good morning everybody and welcome back to Getting Stronger. It is absolutely another beautiful morning here in Marietta, Georgia. So yesterday on Getting Stronger, we started talking about mobility and why it's so important for people between the ages of 35 and 55. The goal is to start spending as much time training our bodies to move as we do training our bodies to lift. In everyday life, we move way more than we have to lift. In our last video, I showed you 2 mobility drills that you can do for only about 5 to 10 minutes every single morning that's going to help you shake off all of that stiffness that you feel in the mornings when you wake up. The first exercise was getting into a squat, a seated squat position. And the second exercise was a dead hang. You had to find something like a tree branch or a pull-up bar or anything that can support your weight and just simply dead hang. Today, we're going to move forward and I'm going to show you 2 more mobility drills, some of my favorites. The first exercise is something that we call sit-throughs. And the second exercise is something that we call switches. Now what I love about both of these exercises is that they both are rotational in nature. And anytime you can train rotational movement, it's going to help people, especially those that have a lot of lower back pain. Let me show you how to execute both of these movements.
So the first exercise is going to be the sit-through. I get into a bear crawl position and begin to twist to the left and to the right. I'm making sure that my head and my shoulders stay as straight as possible, so that way all of the rotation is felt in my hips and in my lower back. I'm really concentrating here to make sure I'm going through the motion properly. I'm pivoting at the ankles. When you pivot at the ankle, it really allows your hips to open up, which is what allows your leg to come through. As you can see here, I'm pivoting at the ankle, opening the hips so that my right leg can pop through, all the while keeping my head and shoulders as straight as possible. Now to make it more challenging, I'm lifting my hands off the ground. This makes your stability and balance much less. It makes it much more challenging. Now I'm about to do a variation to make it more challenging. As you can see, I'm just popping my hips left and right continuously. You really have to get your hips up so that you have room to get your legs through when you do it this way. And now to make it even more challenging, I'm lifting my hands off the ground to challenge my stability. The second exercise is the switch. Straight forward, you go down into a squat and you pop out and you rotate at the torso, stretching the lower back. I'm about to make it more challenging by popping out of the seated squat position into a switch with my lower body landing on my toes.
So there you have it. 2 fantastic mobility drills that you can do. The sit-through and the switch. And the way that I performed the exercises, I showed you how you could do them both for beginner and advanced. Anytime you start performing the exercise or the movement where you take your hands off the ground, obviously it becomes more complicated. It's more advanced. Anytime you start performing the movement where you start going through without breaking or pausing, it becomes more advanced. So just start at the beginner and work your way up. Soon you'll be taking your hands off the ground. You'll be able to do them switching back and forth without any pause. If you take 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes in the morning, going through a routine of the seated squats, the hangs, the sit-throughs, and the switches, I promise you, your lower back and your hips and everything is going to start feeling absolutely fantastic. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. The next time we come back again, I'm going to show you another 2 mobility drills to really continue to help you begin to regain some of that movement ability that you had when you were 10, 15, 20 years old. Until next time, remember, Psalms 139 tells us that each and every single one of us was fearfully and wonderfully made by our Creator above. And it is in Him that we live and move and have our being. For the rest of this week, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, just keep getting stronger. And I'm out.